Mr. Speaker, members, I'm actually thinking about voting yes in support of this bill. I hope nobody got whiplash over there. You've got a Republican that's thinking about voting yes on this bill, and I'll come back and tell you why in a minute. But it's not because it's a good bill. Oh God, no, let's look at the math on it. So Representative Jordan stated in committee that 1 out of 6 kids in our school are hungry. That was shocking to me. I had no idea the number was that high. 1 out of 6 kids hungry. Nobody wants that in this room. In fact, we should all be a little bit ashamed that it's gotten to that point. So take that 1 out of 6 and convert it to a percentage. It's 17%. It's actually a little under that, but we'll round it up. So 17% of the kids in our schools are hungry. It's shocking. We have to fix it, and we all agree on that. And if we agree on that 17% of our kids are hungry, then it's also true that 83% of our kids are, well, not hungry. But wait, there was another number that was talked about in committee. It was 1 out of 4, or 25%. There's 25% of that 83% of kids that aren't hungry that said, we would use this program. We would use the program, we could use the financial boost. Times are tough, put us in there. And I agree with that. We can take 25% of those kids where their families make just a little too much money, and we can help them out. So if we take that 25% of the remaining 83% of the kids who aren't hungry, it comes out to be 21%. Again, it's a little under that. We're going to round it up. But we're going to say 21% of those kids, we want to help them out. We're going to take the 17% of our hungry kids. We're going to add another 21% of kids that were just over that mark to qualify, and we're going to get 38%. Now, we give away a lot of stuff in this chamber, right? So I'm going to give away 2 DFL bonus points to bump it up to 40% just for the sake of easy math. So if we take and agree, hey, there's 40% of these kids that everyone in this room wants to help, then it's also true that there's 60% of the kids that, 1, aren't hungry, and 2, don't need our financial help with this issue. And if we take that 60% of those kids and apply it to this massive $200 million a year program, that's $120 million. $120 million of taxpayer money that's wasted. To me, it just doesn't make sense. Because every day I have educators and administrators reaching out to me asking for more money for math and science and reading and programs in the education realm. And it makes me think, how much good could we do in those areas with $120 million? Members, when I walked through the chamber doors for the first time 5 or 6 weeks ago, I thought we were all coming here with some minimal fiscal responsibility to the constituents in the state of Minnesota, not to waste $120 million. Boy, was I wrong. But wait, Representative Hudella, you said that you're thinking about voting yes on this bill, and I have been. I'm really struggling with whether or not I vote yes, and I'll tell you why. I've thought about voting yes because out of the myriad of bad policy that's going to get passed by this chamber this session, this is probably the only bill that's actually going to put cash back in the pockets of the constituents in my district. And God knows they're going to need it on the back end to pay for all these free programs when it's our school districts and our state budget that has the low account balance. But I can't do it. I can't vote yes on this bill because this bill, like the majority of bills that have been getting crammed down our throats in this chamber, this bill is more about the next election than it is feeding hungry kids, and for that I encourage members to vote no.